Okay, so hear me out. I know I'm late with this review of the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 and Z Fold 5, but just hear me out for a second. Samsung is the new Apple when it comes to the folding smartphone industry. Now I know this might seem very confusing as a statement, but I will be explaining this very fact in this video. But first, the intro. Let's get into it. Before we head on to the video, I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my channel. We recently hit 350 subscribers and our next goal is 400. So a sub to the channel is going to be awesome and will really help me grow my channel. Anyways, let's start with the video. So let's start off with the Galaxy Z Flip 5. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 is Samsung's vertically folding smartphone of 2023 and here it is. The major upgrade that the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 has received this time around is its outer display. It has gone from a 1.9 inch to a 3.4 inch cover screen, and this is a substantial upgrade from last year, not only because it looks up to date, but because of the fact that Samsung is so good with their software in their outside display. It is completely different from the UI of the inner screen. You can use more number of apps, although Samsung doesn't let you use everything because they aren't completely optimized yet. But the ones which are optimized work really well. They have also included a new pinch gesture which allows you to switch between the various widgets of your choice, which is very useful. Overall, a really good use of the outside display. I think what Samsung has done with the outside display is different from what the competition has to offer, and it's a good different. Now let me explain to you why. Samsung really knows its audience and why they like to buy these folding smartphones. They want to buy it for their productivity, and so they're not distracted by apps such as social media apps or other apps which are present on their smartphone. So these social media apps and more fun apps usually require the larger screen, but the more fundamental apps such as messaging and call alerts and maybe your camera do not require that bigger screen, and therefore those fundamental apps have been very well optimized for this outside screen. And therefore you can keep the outside screen as your productive screen and the inside screen as your more fun screen. So now while the outside screen does get a big upgrade, sadly we don't get any new upgrade on the inside display, which is kind of sad because the crease feels very outdated, although they added a new hinge which makes the phone a zero gap foldable, and it's pretty much about time. Samsung is usually considered the pioneer when it comes to folding smartphones because, well, they did come up with the first generation of foldables along with the Motorola Razr. So therefore, while they are the first in the industry, they also have to be the industry leaders. But I don't think that's what they're going for here. They're going for improving the overall user experience with foldable smartphones more than bringing out more innovation in terms of the hardware in foldable smartphones. Okay, so now coming back to my initial statement to why Samsung is the Apple of the folding smartphone industry. Well, Apple is known for their iconic design and really well optimized software. You don't see any major design changes or overall specification changes as you go from one generation to its next successive generation. I mean, you'll see probably major software upgrades, that is more optimization, which is exactly what Samsung has done, but overall design is pretty much similar, although we do get the change when it comes to outside display, but the inside screen remains the very same. You do not get any battery upgrades, just like how the iPhones don't get it, and just the overall UI and how snappy and how useful it is for the user, how they have balanced the productivity and the leisure apps between the outside and inside screens respectively is just really good. It is very fluid and dynamic and really, fun to use, just like how iOS is really fun to use on Apple's iPhones. And I guess that is why I would like to call Samsung as the Apple of the folding phone industry. The base storage has been upgraded from 128 GB to 256 GB, and this is for the same base price, which is always a plus point. Furthermore, we don't get any battery upgrades like I said earlier, but the new processor and optimization due to software means that we should get about an hour or two of extra battery life. Due to the extra optimization of the outside screen as well, people will prefer to use it over the inside screen usually, due to which the battery life will obviously increase. Samsung is also going to be providing 4 years of major software updates to the Z Flip 5, which is the most, I guess, in a folding smartphone. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I guess it's true. And also this makes it a very easy to recommend folding smartphone that does everything a foldable should do really well. Overall, a great smartphone. But now let's move on to the Galaxy Z Fold 5. or should I call it the Galaxy Z Fold 4 with an upgraded chipset. The only difference between the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and the Galaxy Z Fold 4 is the processor, which is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy, and the new hinge, which again is the all new Gapless hinge, which is a really small upgrade. While I can't say Samsung is lazy with this upgrade, it does seem like they are. What I felt is that Samsung could have made some new upgrades, like in the under display selfie camera, which is still straight up bad and gives the vibe of a mid-range laptop webcam, which is not what we should be getting for a $1,700 device. Overall, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 doesn't seem like a worthy upgrade if you have a Galaxy Z Fold device from about a year or two ago. And in the event, we also see that we get an upgrade for the Galaxy Tab S9 and the Galaxy Watch 6 and the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic as well. Let me know if you want a complete review of that as well. Just leave a comment down below. Anyways, that's been it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll leave links for both those accounts in the video description. Thanks for watching. This is Techsavage, and I'll see you guys in the next one.